welcome to the Zen Zone. We're going to go on a little ride today. We're going to deliver some Christmas presents. I wanted to take you along so you guys could help out. So grab a Christmas present near you and pretend that you're on a motorcycle or an electric vehicle. EUC, I was the only EUC rider that showed up for this. I kind of put the word out, but I'm actually extremely thankful that no other EUC riders came out, because I think I'm the only one that has the ability to keep up. And it's not just ability, the machine itself. There's only 2 Shermans, I think, in Vegas. And I'm pretty sure that's the only machine that could have kept up. An RS high speed could have kept up for a little ways, but I feel like the battery would have drained and there would have been a higher risk of cutout trying to keep up. So the Sherman, only way to go for this riding with this crew. It was an absolutely fantastic ride. Huge shout out to Lazy Rollers. Man, I am wearing their armored hoodie here. I have my lead armor under it, you know, for the rib protection. I have weak vegan ribs that break easy, so I gotta protect them with rib protector. But the sweater itself, it has Kevlar padding in the elbows, shoulders, and back. So I have my armored backpack, and then I have my armored lead, and I have the padding from the armored roller jersey. So it may not look like I'm super armored here, but I am thick in armor. I'm a skinny guy. Scrawny guy. So you know, I can layer on the pads, and it makes me look like a normal sized person. I absolutely love it, man. Lazy Rollers, I love your sweater. I love your motorcycle jackets too. I kind of, if I didn't already have 2 or 3 motorcycle jackets, I would definitely go for one of their jackets, because the padding in their jackets is different than my motorcycle jackets. I trust their padding. It's much more thicker and conforms much easily around the joints. I like it a lot better. And we're off. This is a rush. This brings me back to my motorcycle days, splitting traffic in LA and San Diego, which was far more dangerous than anything I did here. Felt perfectly safe and in control. Sherman's super stable. I love this group. They kept me safe. They kept me protected. We said a prayer. We were spiritually protected. We were like as one unit. I absolutely loved it. I felt accepted and welcome. Even though I'm only on one wheel, these guys really took care of me. A lot of these guys are combat vets. It felt great to be around combat vets. Again, it's been a while for me. Big group of combat vets. One of them had a Schofield patch on. I was really excited to see that. 25th ID representing on this ride. 2 of us, one on a EUC, one on a motorcycle. I need my Wolfhound stickers. Where are them at? Anybody know where I can get some Wolfhound stickers? I'm going on Amazon right now. Okay, and I just bought some Wolfhound stickers off of eBay. If you want some Wolfhound stickers, they are on eBay, $5 a piece. You'll be seeing those stickers on some of my future videos. I was a Wolfhound 227 infantry. This event was hosted by First Step Nevada, calling on the biker community to help deliver toys to the foster children. What an awesome event. I mean, I'm really fortunate to have been a part of such a noble event. A big shout out to Wheels for Warriors as well. Jamie Turtle Sampson at Chapter 41-1 Southern Nevada Combat Veterans Motorcycle Association. You guys are awesome. Shout out to Vegas Elite Riders for accepting me into the group. Even though I only got a one-wheeled vehicle, I consider myself a Vegas Elite Rider, even though I only got one wheel. On that one wheel, I'm pretty elite. One of the best in Vegas. Not the best, but one of the best. Speaking of the Sherman V2, anybody got any details on that? I mean, what could actually make this wheel any better? I heard the next, I don't know if it counts as a V2, but they're going to have higher pedals. This next shipment should have higher pedals. That sounds awesome. I wouldn't mind some higher pedals. Although, I'm hesitant to change anything about the Sherman because it feels perfect. The balance, every aspect of this machine. I think it's pretty well known that the Sherman is #1 wheel of the year. I think most of the YouTubers will go with the Sherman as the #1 wheel, myself included. I was going to put the V11 there. The V11 is the #1 off-roading wheel for me, and the Sherman's the #1 street. If my V11 was working, it would be a contender for the top spot. But I mean, it just 31 miles per hour is not going to win any awards on the street. Definitely the Sherman, being the faster wheel, is the king. It's the king of the streets. The V11 is like the king of the off-roading, and I would put the RS into that category as well. If you don't need suspension, young and healthy and fit, then you probably don't need suspension as much. But if you're an old disabled vet like myself, then I'm not that old, but you know, I got a lot of injuries from the army and bad knees and whatnot. The cartilage is basically gone in my knees, so the suspension helps quite a bit. And if you're a bit older, I definitely recommend the V11. The S18 actually hurts my knees when I ride it, more so than my non-suspension EUCs. I don't know why that is. I have my suspension nice, it feels good. Not a fan of the S18 overall. We'll keep it for content creation, even though I kind of want to sell it. But it is a good content creation wheel. It looks good, and it fits with my Stormtrooper helmet, so we'll hold on to that. So we're coming up on one of my viral TikTok videos. What I do when I get my footage, I make TikToks first, and then when I get enough time, I'll make a full video like this for YouTube. TikToks are super easy and quick. If you guys want to see my content first, follow my TikTok, Zenly Tech. Working my way up to 1 million followers. About to hit 120,000 today, probably. Yeah, this video is blowing up. What you're about to see here is just me sitting down on the Sherman, kind of splitting through them, and it kind of went viral in the motorcycle communities. They're like, what is that? And that's what I really like about my YouTube channel and my content. I don't feel like I'm just catering to the EUC or PEV market. I'm actually expanding to other markets, if you want to call it that. I'm associating with other riders that aren't just into personal electric vehicles. Motorcycle riders, man. That was Mr. and Mrs. Claus. You can sense their jovial personalities just from that little clip. I think that's what made it go viral, was their laugh, because it was so contagious. And I still find myself laughing. And I got to take a picture with Santa too, so it was really cool. I think Santa could use a Sherman E-Wheels if you can ship that up to the North Pole. I'm sure he would take you off the naughty list and move you up. I'm just joking. It's early morning here in Vegas. The sun is up now. I'm ready to go riding. I'm going to go downtown. Almost finished with this video. Got to finish the narration here. Maybe I could just throw on some music. Would that be good enough? Or is there more I need to talk about here? Do I have anything else on my mind? Might be my last video for the year. I have some racing content coming up, and I'm going to be getting into some racing next year. That's mostly what I'm going to be focusing on next year. Content creation, racing, and touring around, traveling. Because to get good at racing, I need to travel around and ride on different tracks, ride with different riders, learn different techniques, develop different styles. And yeah, it's going to be amazing. I'm actually working on a book too called The Way of the Wheel. And I really, if you want like an early edition copy that's not finished, maybe I'll get that going on my Patreon. So if you like subscribe to like my Patreon, you can follow along as I edit this book and learn from new riders all over the world and all over the globe. Next year is probably going to be mostly the US, but I would like to expand beyond that to the Philippines, to Malaysia. These are places I've been before. I was a teacher in Malaysia, and I really would like to go back because the PEV scene in the Philippines and Malaysia, they're much closer to China, so they're going to get their wheels faster. It's going to be the mecca of riding. In the Philippines, can you imagine riding around on so many islands there, so many beaches? The roads are pretty decent. I'm going back to the Philippines, and the riders there, they're so cool, man. The community there, Pacho, they got their own YouTube channels. It's an exciting time to be a UC rider. We're going to blow up, guys, next year, 2021, and it's just going to keep snowballing. Sure, there's going to be setbacks. There's going to be regulations. Hopefully, we keep each other safe. That's what I've noticed here in Vegas. I think I'm the only one that's broken a bone, and I don't even know 100% that I broke a bone. I didn't go get an x-ray. I've broken ribs before, and I know what it feels like, and it does feel out of place. So, and it's all healed up. I'm ready to go. I'm back in the game. I was out for a little while, even though I was still riding I did the race with the broken ribs, and that's what kind of slowed me down a bit. Excited to get back on that track now that I'm almost 100%. I think another couple weeks I'll be 100%. Really excited to be 100%. It feels good to be healthy when you're riding, because when you're hitting those turns and your ribs are like aching, you're like, oh shit. And you start to get a little bit of wobbles and don't feel as confident. I wrecked on the Nikola. I got the wobbles. That thing is shaped like a basketball, and I love my Nikola. I was actually thinking about selling it after I had that wreck, but it was my own fault. I was doing hard accelerations and hard stops, and I wasn't wearing my rib protector, and I was on a road where I know I get wobbles on the road. Sometimes super smooth downhill roads that are ultra smooth on the Nikola. If you have the wrong tire, you're gonna get the death wobbles. I usually can stop the wobbles. This time it was bouncing like a basketball. I had to bail. I fell off the front of it and it ran into me from behind. It was crazy scene. Only time I've only crashed a few times, and they've always been my fault. It's never been the EUC's fault, and I hope that it is never the EUC's fault, because that's the worst kind of crash, and those don't happen very often. EUCs are, especially the Sherman, I have not seen many issues with the Sherman. This is looking like a solid wheel. If it's going to be your first wheel, I really can't recommend a better first wheel, although it's not a beginner wheel. It could be a first wheel, but it's not a beginner wheel. Not going to be the easiest wheel to learn on, but it's achievable and it's doable, and people are learning on the Sherman as their first wheel, and they're not going to have to ever upgrade. Alright, that's it for me. It's time to go for a ride. The weather is calling me. I'm looking outside my window right now. It's absolutely clear outside. I can see the Red Rock Mountains in the background. I think I'm going to go downtown today, though. It's crisp downtown. Not too busy on the strip. Fun to ride down there right now. Gonna go with some friends. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm really thankful for everyone that put this event together. I hope I get to ride with you again. You're all amazing. Thank you for keeping my little one-wheel riding self safe. All you motorcycle riders are great. I would like to get a motorcycle in the future, an electric one. They're not there yet. The Harley Livewire, $30,000. My Sherman gets as much range as the Livewire, basically. So I think I'll stick with the Sherman for a while, save some money until e-bikes evolve. Until next time, stay in the Zen zone. Let's crank up the volume so you can hear these amazing engines. And we're going to be delivering these presents. We got Santa in the lead, delivering some presents to these foster kids. You're going to get to see their reactions. They were stoked, man. They were really stoked about the EUC too. It's kind of cool that they got to see it. Going to inspire some kids.